guys, welcome back to this podcast with me, Susanna Rantanen. Hey, this week we're going to talk about TikTok for recruiters. So the good thing about being a recruiter is that you can be your own media when reaching out to those talents that you desire to hire. I don't see recruiters using this opportunity enough. Yet I know you guys struggle with your employers or clients' willingness to invest in marketing and employer branding to help get those talents. And you probably agree, recruiters are expected to make miracles. Yes, you are expected to be a miracle worker, especially, I have to underline, when the circumstances are not supporting your miracle work at all. So what I want to do is to help you build your own media and take the matter into your own hands. Because when you have a full control of how you use your media to build your talent audience, expand your reach, and help convince your target audiences, not only will your job become easier for you, but something else too. You start paving your own career path in the direction of your wishes and goals. So last week, I spoke about personal branding for recruiters from my own experiences. And I strongly recommend listening to episode 124 because that's the mindset that you need to adopt. And in this week's episode of the Building a Modern Employer Brand podcast, I'll share some ideas on how you can start branding yourself on TikTok as a recruiter. And next week, we'll do the same about Instagram. So these three episodes, 124, 25, 26, are for your inspiration. And I hope to see you getting excited about this opportunity of taking marketing matters into your own hands. If you are new to this podcast, my name is Susanna Rantanen, and I teach branding, marketing, and communications for the HR industry for people like you who are motivated to build a really successful career, really choose this really successful career, either in employer branding or talent acquisition. Hey, before we continue, I want to remind you that if you're listening to an episode on a podcast platform, every time all the links and the sources that I mention on any of the episodes will be available to you on my podcast website, modernemployerbrand.com/podcast, and then the episode number. It's very easy to find links or read the show notes articles, which I've started to do recently. I have every single episode is on that blog at modernemployerbrand.com. But I didn't do exact show notes articles before just a couple of weeks ago. I did a lot of other stuff always around the podcast topic, but the actual kind of transcription of the show notes article is a new thing that I do nowadays. And you can literally read what I talk on this audio version on that podcast show notes article. So the episode for this or the article for this episode is modernemployerbrand.com/podcast125. Let's get started with the wonders of TikTok for you as a recruiter, because when I did some research for you, it's just so inspired and excited myself as well, because as I've mentioned, I'm a newbie on TikTok as well, and I am in the process of building my international personal brand as a coach for the branding, marketing, and communications coach for the HR industry. And I've discovered TikTok being a really super good platform for this, but I'm a TikTok newbie, so it's taken some time for me to understand because the vibe of TikTok is very different. So I'm really excited and inspired by all the research that I've done for you, because again, I'm just like, ooh, I could do that too. So let's start with the TikTok for recruiters and talk about your audience. Who's on TikTok? So as mentioned in episode 121, at the time of recording this episode, the majority of TikTok users are between 16 to 34 years old. So we're talking about millennials and Gen Z. Financial Post claims in their blog post or article that TikTok is called the LinkedIn of Gen Zs. So there you go. In fact, Financial Post also lets us know that nearly half of adults between 18 to 29 have a TikTok account, while only 30% of them are on LinkedIn. So if you are as a recruiter, if you're hiring, adults between the ages of 18 to 29, they are on TikTok. They're not on LinkedIn. We can already see the same trend happening on TikTok as happened on Instagram a few years ago. More and more people like myself, well past the 35, in our ripe 40s, are finding TikTok and literally getting the hang of it. And I found some user data from November 2022 that tells us that already 21% of TikTok users are over 40 and 16.4% are between 30 to 39. So nearly 40% of TikTok users are over 30 years old. That's a lot. As a recruiter for you, TikTok is currently massive for approaching the younger generation, but also, even up to 39 years old. So if you are hiring for, part-time roles, summer jobs, internships, training programs, first jobs after graduation, definitely TikTok has potential for you. But I want to make it clear, many people nearing their 30s, are probably already in their second or even third roles after graduation. And when we think about people like nearing 40, definitely, third, even fourth roles after graduation. So you do have yourself a very vast audience you may not be able to reach anywhere else but TikTok. Now, I know you are wondering, how do I use TikTok for recruiting? Is it a recruitment tool? How do I do this? Do I post job ads and search for profiles like on LinkedIn, or how does it work? Now, the easiest way to grasp this is to become aware of what TikTok users are looking for on TikTok. They're not looking for job ads. They are looking for tips and career advice. In fact, that same Financial Post article lets us know that during the first year of COVID pandemic 2020, TikTok became a major source of career advice for the Gen Z user base. And that's why career coaches, HR recruiters started to generate significant following on this platform. So I feel like you guys and myself are like missing out on a lot. So here's the answer. Start sharing career advice and job hunting tips and turn yourself into a career coach on TikTok. According to a blog post on the HR Clouds blog, TikTok is expanding the non-entertainment content segment, and educational videos are getting more and more traction on this platform. There is also this hashtag Learn on TikTok tag that users have tapped on over 450 billion times. Now, this shows us people like to explore and use TikTok for learning as well. And another thing you should know is that there is not yet a lot of competition with other recruiters and headhunters on TikTok, like there is on LinkedIn and even on Facebook and Instagram. So it will be much easier for you to get found and position yourself as a local recruiter and career coach on TikTok. So nothing is obviously better in grasping how to get on board with the new platform and new way of leveraging social media than seeing some inspirational examples, am I right? So I found some for you. You're welcome. So you don't need to check the show notes article for this because you need to see these examples on TikTok. You need to discover them. You need to go through their videos, see what they're posting, which one of their videos are really popular. So you have the links on my show notes article to take you to these destinations. And as said, that's modernemployerbrand.com/podcast125. So first, I want to share with you a career coach called Rob Cancilla. I think that's how you pronounce his last name, Cancilla. Link is on the show notes article. He positions himself as a TikTok, a career mentor on TikTok. And I checked that he had 210,000 followers. And his videos have amassed so far like 2.5 million likes. I mean, do you get that on LinkedIn or on Instagram or on Facebook? Because I certainly don't. And he helps job seekers to get hired faster, which is a pretty powerful promise, I would say. So you're going to have to visit his account to see this for yourself. But he covers all the questions job seekers typically have, like how to answer the tell me about yourself question, or, what does a good resume look like before and after? LinkedIn profile review. What's a good LinkedIn profile like when you're looking for a job? How to get your resume to stand out? Do things you don't want to say, you do want to say in every interview, and so on. And hint, hint, he has a list of examples. You should make your own versions with your own advice. So just go to his account, see the kind of questions that he's tackling and creating his content. Take the same questions, but do your own versions of those videos. Share your own advice. So inspirational, so inspirational. I mean, I'm not a career coach anymore, so I'm not going to do stuff like that. Well, I am a career coach, but I'm not coaching how you find a job. I'm coaching you how to brand yourself, how to use marketing and communications and branding to succeed in your work. So I guess I am a career coach of some sort. So then another one, Emily Durham. She's a Toronto-based recruiter who positions on TikTok as Emily the Recruiter. Now, her vibe is totally different from Rob's. And that's exactly why I chose her as another example for you. She may or may not resonate with you, but you need to see her profile. She has about 230,000 followers, so quite similar size of an audience as Rob has, but her videos seem to resonate with the audience better than Rob's, as they have been liked more than 6.4 million times. I mean, Rob had like 2.5 million likes on his videos, so that's like 3 times as much. Emily's videos, I have to say, are more on the entertaining side than on sharing advice and tips. Now that I look at her account in more detail, it was a while ago that I looked at it before, and then it was more recruiting tips. But over the Christmas season and pre-Christmas season, when I recorded this episode, she had posted a lot of stuff about like makeup and Christmas parties and just stuff like that, which isn't really what you expect to see on a recruiter's account. But hey, she is personal branding. She's being her authentic self, and she's talking about her other interests that she assumes that are interesting her audience. So she's not just talking about recruiting, when Rob is obviously focusing only on coaching his audience. And both are equally good strategies. So Emily is personal branding herself, and she's using this personal and professional mix, while Rob is just, sticking to more on the professional side. So we don't really know that much about Rob. We know much more about Emily. But as I said, both are equally good. And I have to say that last week I spoke to you about how I'm like trying to build my own courage to put myself more out there, personally, because I've always been like Rob and just build my personal brand on that, being the professional and being the expert, and she's sharing like professional stuff. But I've also found out that mixing it with your personal side will have more advantages for you. Now, what you share as a person, from your personal side is totally up to you, and it's totally up to me. I probably won't go the direction that Emily's taking in most parts. But, if you look at how many times her videos are liked, it's like 6.4 million times. 6.4 million times her audience has seen her, has become to know her, knows that she's a recruiter in Toronto. I mean, it does have the advantage. I know that this is not for everyone, and I said it's I'm trying to convince myself that it's for me, and I know I have to do it to build my brand and my career more. But it's okay to be like Rob, to be like what I've been, for 12 years, you can totally succeed as a, in your profession and as with your personal brand if you just, make it about, the professional side. But then I have a third one, Justin, a very recent discovery for me. She positions herself as HR and recruitment POV, which stands for point of view, and her posts are literally her points of view on her HR recruitment related topics and work. And I like her account. It's much more relatable for you and me, I think, because it's really down to earth examples for us. Because her following base is less than 10,000, which is small in TikTok terms, but her videos have been liked for over 800,000 times, which is huge. I mean, huge for the size of her account. And literally, her content is just HR humor, inspired by her day-to-day work. So relatable, so easy to create. So if you must go and visit her profile and go through those videos, and because her videos are a really good example of how different vibe TikTok has and how different TikTok content is from other social media. And I think that you can learn a lot from her account. And I'm certainly going to pay another visit to Justin's account and see what I can, pick up from her ideas and content and how to create similar for myself. Some of the points of views that she has shared are like, face it, boomers, this generation doesn't want to work anymore. Or December is a useless month in corporate HR. Or when my coworkers ask for my Instagram and TikTok handles. Or a candidate just signed their contract, which means you've closed the final role for the year. So these are the points of views. And then she uses the TikTok trending video styles and features to just create a video about this. And it's literally so nothing like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. This is so TikTok. And that's why I think that this is a really great example of how you can amass a big audience with less than 10,000 followers. And by the way, she's using hashtags work jokes, work fun, HR humor, and corporate. So if those relate to you, go search for more content like hers for inspiration and fun. Alrighty, so we're going to finish with a couple of tips or words of encouragement, I guess, how to get started as a recruiter on TikTok. Because if you don't have a TikTok account yet, you definitely need some words of encouragement. I know I did. So here they are. Just very simple encouragement. Number one, create that account. I mean, if you're not on TikTok, you got to get in there to, brand yourself in there. So you need an account. So select, it's a very simple procedure, which I'm not going to go through now. If you've created any social media profiles for yourself, especially on Instagram, it's very similar process, very easy, just a couple of steps. But what I've learned now is that you should select the personal account, not the business account, even though you do this for business. Because what I found that the personal account gives you more freedom to explore the TikTok trends and leverage the TikTok trends while you grow your audience. I first chose the business account and I found that it was very restricted with music and the trends and the tones due to the copyright and commercial restrictions. But the thing with TikTok is that those sound trends are the driving force in getting discovered. So I recommend that you ride that trend for a while so that you can become discovered, because you can change your account to this business one later when you have a significant following base and you start needing the business features. I mean, I started with the business feature, but I recently changed my profile. It's very easy to change it back to the personal, because I felt that that business account was limiting me and I'm not ready to use any of the actual business features yet. I'm just, obviously starting as well. So choose the personal account for starters. Then number 2, tap into the world of the TikTok hashtags, because this is really where you learn, where you get the vibe of what this TikTok is, because it's so different. Hashtags should be familiar to you from other social media. And on TikTok, they're definitely important because they inspire users to create this trending content and get discovered and obviously find and follow content that they're interested in. And leveraging hashtags helps you to expand your TikTok presence. That's really nothing new if you use hashtags in other social media platforms as well. But on TikTok, use hashtags your audience is using to discover what they're looking for. So instead of using like recruiting or recruiter, use hashtags like apply now, career opportunity, internship. If you're on the tech field, tech talk, TikTok resumes, open to work, work life, job tips, job search, job search hacks, career advice. And also, if you wanna, if you're a local recruiter, always use your location. I mean, like your city, for example, as your hashtag, because that's the algorithm on TikTok is insane in finding audience like locally and showing content, local content to local users. So add that there too. And hashtag career talk is really inspiring for you to see how to position yourself as a career coach and recruiter on TikTok. Just like there's tons of videos from other career coaches and recruiters on TikTok. And you get really like a plentiful of examples and inspiration what kind of content you could create on TikTok. So study the content under these hashtags to learn, literally to learn what other content users or content creators have created and what seems to work on TikTok. Because I really can't emphasize how different the vibe is on TikTok. And it's taken me a little while to kind of get my head around it and understand what I should post and create for TikTok. It's just so different. So do your research to find what hashtags are trending in your niche, and then write them down, record, keep a database or something so that you have them and you remember them. And I actually found a blog post with some advice on this, so you can find the link to that article also in the show notes page at modernemployeebrand.com/podcast125. Tip number or encouragement number 3. This is literally encouragement. Start sharing your tips and advice on video or just do what Justin does, because it really isn't rocket science. You just need to go for it. You can record your video on your mobile phone and then edit it with TikTok app, or you can also just record it directly on TikTok, edit it or not edit it. Do whatever go with like the bare minimum effort just so that you get the vibe. Write a list of tips and advice job seekers ask you the most or you want to give them the most, and then just go for it. Make notes on the videos that you like on. Tip, I forgot. Tip. This is a tip that I just now remember, so I definitely won't remember to write it on the show notes article because it's not there. So if you're listening to this audio version, you'll get something extra. Pays you to listen to me. So a tip is that when you actually and save on TikTok, you can find them easily on your profile. So what I also do is that I just like and save a lot of videos that I like for inspirational purposes. So it's very easy to find them later on when you want to create a similar video for yourself. So when you do your hashtag research and find this inspirational content and video, just save them for yourself so that you can find them later on when you're ready to start, imitating and doing similar stuff. Also, I want to say that it's quite easy to do TikTok videos in the sense that the videos are going to be very short. I mean, they're like 30 seconds or up to 3 minutes. So it's not that much information that you need to come up with and record. So look at those hashtags that I shared with you, because there's just so much inspiration for you on the kind of content that you should go for as well. And remember this, you are not going to ace it from your first video. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Just try. I mean, I'm doing the same. I'm just trying to figure out what my TikTok vibe is and what kind of videos I should post and what get more traction than others. And, the only way to learn is to try. So And I think that the good thing about TikTok is that because it is so authentic platform, no one notices if you think that you failed. Because in fact, because TikTok is still a mass entertainment app, I think your bloopers are probably going to be more successful than those videos where you thought that you did really well. So it actually pays you to post bloopers every now and then to just get more audience. If you look at one of my videos that I ended up posting, you'll see what I mean. I innocently tried a filter while I was, filming with the TikTok app. So I managed to film my authentic reaction to how that filter made my eyes look. And because I thought it was going to be one of those pretty filters, but it wasn't. I literally looked like an evil. It wasn't red eyes or anything like that, but it just made me laugh. So I just decided to post it, and it's one of my most popular videos on TikTok. I'll put a link to it on the show notes article if you want to see my blooper. But you can also find it easily because my account is still small and I haven't got that many videos yet. So for a while, you can still find it easily. But as you know, both you and I are growing our accounts on TikTok, you can't find it so easily soon, right? So my account on TikTok has the same handle as on Instagram, Rantanen Susanna, RANTANENSUSANNA, all small letters, no lines or anything in between, just written all together. Hey, I have written a PDF about personal branding for recruiters that I want to give you for free. Now, becoming a career coach on TikTok is personal branding. Becoming a recruiter on TikTok is personal branding. So this PDF is for those of you who want to start learning how to become your own media and brand and elevate your career to new heights. So you can find it on my profile on Instagram at Rantanen Susanna. And if you go there, you'll find a highlight on my profile called Personal Branding Tribe. And the link to this PDF will be there. And it's all free. But you need to know, when you download this PDF, you'll join my Personal Branding Tribe and mailing list. So only download it if you are driven to change your career status from struggling to succeeding. Because the focus on this tribe is on how you as an HR professional can leverage branding, marketing, and communication in your work and in building the career of your dreams. And if you are not a recruiter, if you are, let's say, a career coach or you are an employee branding professional, this PDF is for all of you. It's not solely for recruiters. So it's for anyone working in the HR industry who wants to leverage branding, marketing, and communication in your work and in building the career of your dreams. There you go. I have kind of like turned it into a career coach, haven't I? So as you can see, I'm evolving as an entrepreneur and as a personal brand. Yeah, I just kind of realized that. You'll be you're one of the first ones who hear this from me. Let's go there together. Let's build our new us together. All right, so that's all for this week, my friends. Come back next week for more branding, marketing, and communication stews to keep you going with employee branding, recruiting, and personal branding in the HR industry. And as promised, next week I'm going to talk about Instagram for recruiters. Happy New Year. Let's make 2023 a wonderful year for us, wanting to succeed professionally and learning how to use branding, marketing, and communication for it. My name is Susanna Rantanen. Moi moi.